Hi to anyone who's watching the replay. Welcome to today's session. Just going to wait for people to hop on. But as usual, we're doing our one free card readings or in-depth 3-card readings. Just cleansing the cards now as we wait for people to join us. Oh, hi Janavi. I was hoping that you'd make it. Hi Snazzy. Welcome everyone. How are you, Genovia? I got your message. Ugh. Devastating for you. How do you feel? Heartbroken, I imagine, as you say. No. Yeah. And I know in your message you said that it was a private wedding, is that right? Hey Anne, thanks for being here. Hi Aisha. Guys, if you want to pop your questions in the chat as usual, if you'd like the one card, and I'll just read them in order. If you'd like the more in-depth 3-card reading, this is for one coffee, and that takes priority as well. So Janabi, I'll let you do that. She's going to get a coffee. I'll wait for that to come through, and I'll just carry on with the 1-card readings whilst Janabi's typing up a message for the in-depth. If you could drop me a like, guys, I'd really appreciate that as well for the live. But let's get started with, so first question is Anne. So energy reading for my academic journey for the next month, please. Absolutely. Spirit, please bring through a message for Anne, please, regarding the academic journey. What's coming next in the next month? Hey Danny, thank you. 9 of Swords. So this is a card, Anne, of it's warning against really being too in your head. So if you are feeling anxious about the situation, worried if it's keeping you up at night, this could be current energies that roll into the month, or it could be what's coming through. But it will spill. This is where your focus needs to be. Now, the message with the 9 of Swords is that the worries and fears are unfounded. So it's that those thoughts, just one negative thought at night, a fear, a worry, a place from anxiety that can really take us down and make us spiral. So Spirit is just to be mindful of that, and the comfort of this card is that the worries and fears will be unfounded. So if you're thinking the worst, that's not that's not gonna be how this unfolds. So do what you can to manage your anxieties, whatever you do, if that's with meditation, gym, just sharing thoughts and worries with loved ones, whatever does it for you. But that's the message. Okay, you're welcome, Anne. Aisha, one card for your connection with S. Good morning, Danny, and thank you. This is a message for Aisha. Connection with S. Ten of Pentacles. This is actually a positive card, so obviously I don't know anything about the context of your situation, if this is new, if you've been long term, or even if you're in no contact. But the Ten of Pentacles is actually very encouraging. It's one of the most positive cards in the deck, and it's all about longevity, commitment, making the distance. So if you are having difficulties or challenges, this is telling me that it will, if you keep putting the effort in and keep showing up and putting the work in, that this can be overcome and that you can actually make the distance. See the couple here, the tens are all about being able to have it all. So if you're no contact for now, this is still energetically between you, the link between you. You're the one putting forwards, not him. Effort is that, I think that's effort. So it talks about a higher level of commitment. With the Pentacles energy, that's ruled by the element of earth. So it does require patience. It's also the message to you about not limiting your, like I said, the tens about having it all. So not to limit yourself and to settle. But I mean, all I can read, even though you're in no contact, if you've had challenges energetically between you both still, is this card of commitment and continuing to show up to this connection. If you are happy, obviously, if this aligns with still that you want to put that work and effort and energy in, and to have the patience that it requires. Sassy, just general for you, sure thing. Message for Sassy, please, Spirit. What do they need to hear right now? So, Sassy, we've got the Three of Swords here. And this talks about some kind of heartache or something that has been painful for you. So this could be something from the past, it could be current, or it could be what's coming in the near future. But the message really with this card always is that there's some kind of healing that needs to take place at the moment still first, before the next chapter or the next thing, energetically the next thing can come through. So this is about taking that moment to acknowledge something difficult that you have been through, or maybe it's still happening, but it's certainly still influencing your emotional state. As you can see, there's 3 swords through the heart here. So it can speak of something that has been very painful. And really the need, just that Spirit brings through that message that what's most important for you at the moment is to focus on healing, to focus on self-care, not to put too much pressure on yourself to move on to the next thing, or to get over this, whatever's caused this heartache. And give yourself some time and space that's needed, so that when you do move forward, you're all in a way, and you're coming from a good place energetically. So Danny baby, this is for you. Oh, hi Maria. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not sure when the reading took place. It's always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You're welcome, Snazzy. Danny, this is for you. A card for my finances this month. Janavi, I don't know if you're still here. I haven't got your reading come through yet. I am keeping an eye. Okay. Danny baby, this is for you. Finances this month. I'm going to take that. That's jumped out. Oh, 9 of Cups. Okay, this is nice energy, because I know recently things have the cards that have come through have been a bit more challenging up to this point. The 9 of Cups, now this is a feeling of contentment, okay, that this card brings. It's like a feeling of satisfaction. Yeah, we see this person here who is sat in front of obviously these 9 cups, which talks about that it's 1 before the 10, yeah. So it's working on that pathway of being close to emotional fulfillment and feeling much more satisfied. So feeling more satisfied with what you're receiving, maybe with the work that you are putting in as well, and what you're getting back, that it bring in more satisfaction and more fulfillment. It's represented here by there's this man, he's got his arms crossed, but it's in that kind of contented way when we look at the traditional meaning behind this. So much more positive maybe than what we've had before. All right, awesome. Working on your business, taking advantage of free masterclass. All right, fantastic. Learning and growing. So contentment from that, with yourself, and also with the results. I think that you're seeing much more on. I feel like you're going in the right direction maybe than where you have up until this point. Hey Janelle, okay? No problem. I'll just head over, and so guys, just give me a moment. I'm just going to, you're very welcome, Danny. Paid readings take priority, so I'm just going to read Janavi's detailed question even, and then I'll come back to do that, and then get back to the 1 card readings. Okay, I see your questions there. So take a deep breath, Janavi. Center yourself so you can be open to receive the messages that come through. So it's feelings for you now, their future, and yours and his future. Current feelings towards you now. Four of Cups. So this is the walls up, closed off, yeah, with what you're experiencing with the Four of Cups. It's the kind of often brings a sulking energy. We see the folded arms, and this time this is in a kind of defensive way. And it can bring that sense of, it can feel very rejecting, yeah. When someone is doing this, that they've got the barriers up, they've got their walls up, okay. Now with the Four of Cups, because what they're looking at is this Three of Cups, and they're ignoring this fourth option, which I feel like represents really your future and the potential for a next chapter, okay. And that at the minute they're sort of kind of studiously ignoring that, if that makes sense, intentionally ignoring that, kind of saying, look, I can't sort of take that into account right now because of my situation. It's too much to take on board. It's not a situation, obviously it kind of flies in the face and makes it too complicated for him with the position that he's in now. Yeah. So he's just having to shut down and close off that part of his life. And this fourth cup, which like I say represents you, your connection, and the potential for the next chapter. Second placement is their future. King of Swords. This is, so yeah, tough energies. King of Swords, so I think this is reality setting in. King of Swords is committed to the truth, is committed to clarity. Can be quite a harsh energy, but I feel like that this is the future of, obviously I don't do yes, no questions, but reading into this kind of energy, the first thing that came into my mind, into the thought that I came through was reality hitting, reality setting in. Yeah. King of Swords as well. Swords can be about cutting ties, so cutting their connection when that reality sets in, when truth sets in. So that's what I pick up on them. Communication issues as well, because Swords is very much about communication. And I feel like the truth of the situation will come out. Reality will set in. This is your future together. Ooh, Major Arcana, the Empress. This is very actually loving, warm energy. The Empress is about it. I feel like it will soften between you two. The Empress is a very nurturing energy. It's really the divine feminine, the mother energy of the deck. So this is very hopeful, and I feel like it's just energetically between you that it will soften. And this is the opportunity for growth, and I suppose even having the opportunity to be able to nurture this connection, yeah? Because at the minute, it's just blocked off from each other, yeah? But the Empress is a much more open energy. Um, the Empress is can represent you as well, that being seen in this Empress light of someone who brings a lot to the table and has a lot to offer, which obviously is still there, I believe, in his consciousness. But what I feel the most strong thing that I feel is energetically it's softening between you, communication coming back in, being able to nurture this connection more. Very much in contrast to this energy of the King of Swords. So maybe while this is unfolding, this harsher truth, the challenges, the difficult, this gives your chance, your connection, a chance to really reconnect and to grow. So I hope that helps, because I know it's very difficult, but it is actually quite a clear read, and energetically pretty straightforward with the message. You're very welcome. Unicorn, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, give me a shout. They have gone. Are you still here? Awesome. Whatever the universe would like for me to know right now, absolutely. So let's do a general message for unicorn, please, Spirit. What do they need to know? Sure thing, Danny, go for it. This is a message for unicorn. Janavi, what do you call such a connection when I see his events? So does that mean that, do you feel like it's a premonition for the future? Or it can be if you feel like you're actually connecting someone in the dream, where you actually feel like you really do visit them, if that makes sense. And I describe that as what's called the dream time, which is slightly different to a dream when you know that it's, you have an image of someone or someone's in the dream, but you have sometimes more vivid dreams where actually you feel like you visit each other in the dream time and communicate there, if that makes sense. And that's, I personally call that the dream time. But if it feels like it's a message from the future, you know, that can be a premonition. Anyway, sorry, unicorn, back to you. Message for unicorn, please, Spirit. What do they need to know right now, please, Spirit? Oh, jumped out. This one wants to be heard. King of Cups. So unicorn, this is about, okay, two messages with this card. Can be connected to someone who is someone in your life, okay, that is currently in your energetic connection, or maybe coming through in the future. And it can be can't speak, because it's cups connected to love and romance. Someone who has something to offer you. They may be a water sign or have water very prominent in their astro chart, okay, which makes them a deep thinker, sensitive, can be more introverted, sometimes can be moody. So that's one message, that if that resonates with you. Now, the second message that the King of Cups brings as well is that you're potentially heading into quite an emotional time. Oh, you're with a water sign. Okay, so it is them that's come through. Is This is interesting. So I don't are you having any challenges with them at the minute? It's just interesting why their energy has come through. Oh, you're the water sign. Okay. So you've come through. Oh, I'm going to see this then. This is connected to success and victory. So if there's something that you've been working on, working towards, this feels like a pivotal time that is coming next for you. But the King of Cups, okay, so this is your energy. And you like I say, feels things very deeply, can be empathic. It can, what spirit comes through the messages is to continue to work on trying not to be overwhelmed. And actually your deep feelings, it may feel like a hindrance at sometimes, and that you resent maybe being so sensitive or empathic, but it's your superpower, really. It's connected to your soul journey and your soul path. It's inherent to who you are. And it's about leaning into understanding that and using it to your advantage, which is about being able to feel things deeply and be able to read others as well. It's almost like you can read a situation before it happens, that you are able to pick up on things, what's really going on under the surface, rather than how people are presenting themselves. That's good. So if you are, what spirit is coming through, I suppose, is maybe what's coming ahead. It seems like it's connected to your path of success. So again, your empathic nature is part of your path to success and part of your superpower, and also about not being overwhelmed by those emotions and by those I can even pick up a lot of things, even like a psychic tendency, maybe I would go as far as to say, unicorn as well. Some psychic abilities there if you wanted to lean into that. Thanks, Danny baby, for encouraging. So yes, use it to your advantage. This is part. So it sounds like you do have a good handle on it, and it feels like that those skills are part of your road to success. So I don't know if you use them in your career or to look out for that as well. So as you navigate your road to success, to use these skills to your advantage. Hey Pan. So Danny baby, this is you. You're welcome, unicorn. Energy of Nero towards me. We aren't speaking, okay? Yeah, sure thing. Just curious. Let's get a read on their energy. Nero's energy, please, spirit. Oh, jumped out. Hierophant. So he's playing by the rules at the minute. He is maybe, I know there was a question about that there was something going on his side energetically last time that we looked at it that had kind of faltered this connection. I know you weren't too fussed about it, like you say, that you had a relaxed kind of attitude about this, but I feel like on their side, it is a major arcana actually, so it's not, yeah. So it's not bad energy, but there's almost like as if that he was scolded in some ways, and now is playing. This is all about playing by the rule book. So he is doing um, what he believes to be the right thing, if that makes sense. Like if maybe he's messed up, and so now he is doing things by the book. He's not coloring outside the lines. He's kind of doing what he needs to do, um, and he's taking a kind of traditional approach to, I think, his engagement and his connection. So that if things have gone silent, or if just as curious to kind of look behind the curtain of energetically what's going on for him, I feel like it's that. It's like maybe it was that. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if yeah, anyway, I don't want to read too much into him, but if he has a kind of wandering eye or something like that, someone who has trouble to have a traditional connection, maybe I want to say as well. But he kind of goes through different stages of doing the right thing, and then maybe kind of this other part of him takes over, um, and kind of questions if he really wants to do that. That's what I feel like. But for the minute now, anyway, he's playing by that's how he sees it. Or I'm going to do what I should do, which is not the best energy, I suppose, on his side is what I'm picking up, and not connected to you, but more kind of like about being a good boy, which I kind of hate that energy. It's more like he's doing what he should. Maybe his heart isn't in it, but that's another kind of worms there. Yeah. So he's got two sides to him, and there's that thing, yeah, about good boy, naughty boy. You know, that kind of energy that I picked up on from him. Obviously, being young and having fame as well, and that temptation. Um, I would agree with what you're saying as well. Like I don't know, I agree. When you're young, you should be able to just have fun, really, figuring out who you are still. You know, for men and women, I think, like your 20s are for finding out who you are. Obviously, it doesn't always go that way for everyone, but yeah, particularly if he's in that position. Yes, exactly, Danny baby. I was exactly the same. And it never ends, I think, as well. Sorry, Panchan, this is for you. A question, if there's time. What message do I need to hear right now? So just a general, Pan, yeah? You're welcome, Danny. Thanks for the support. So Pan, just general, yeah, for you, Pan Chan. Have a great day, Danny. What message does Pan need to hear right now? Please, Spirit, a message for Pan. Well, this is interesting. So this can be, take what resonates, it can be current energy or what's coming in the near future, okay? So the Ace of Cups is an offering, an invitation. Because it's cups, it can be connected to love and romance, but it doesn't have to be. It's just something, a situation that is very close to your heart. So it's not about material or the 3D, the physical world. This is about your emotional journey and emotional life. It's a really positive card, this, when we see, always when we see the ace, it's an offer, like say, or an invitation, a new beginning, and it has the lots of potential that is held when we see the Ace of Cups in this invitation or offering. So it has the potential to open up a whole new pathway or avenue for you, new experiences, new beginnings. So really beautiful energy. Like I say, you might already be aware of this, or this can be coming into the near future. When it does come through, I feel like you will just be open to it, go with the flow, and take in the experience and see where it takes you. Yeah, beautiful energy though. Hey Anne, thanks for being here. So Janavi, I met another guy online. His name is Rakesh. I think we spoke. Oh no, this is that's someone different. Sorry, long distance again. Let's have a look at his energy. Spirit, please bring through a message regarding Rakesh for Janavi. We have got a major arcana come through, Janavi. So the world card talks about, so this is his energy, okay? And well, it could cross over into yours actually with this message. I feel like because it's about closure, okay? It's about things needing to close out before a new cycle can begin. I feel like this is their energy. So actually thinking and contemplating about their options and about what this Seven of Pentacles is all about. Assessing a situation, okay? So kind of weighing up, I see him weighing up, seeing if what he wants to do and how he wants to move forward. So if this would work, maybe issues that he might predict, like if he's saying he doesn't want long distance, but then kind of having other thoughts about that, kind of umming and ahhing. So it isn't ruled out, I would say, because there's lots of contemplating happening now. There could be situations for him that need to close out as well, or it could be for you as well, that it's great that you're kind of looking at other options whilst the situation with Akshay sort of unfolds. But there's maybe something energetically as well that needs to close out for you before like a new chapter to begin. It can happen quite quickly. It doesn't mean that it has to be like a long period of time, but almost waiting for the dust to settle. But this could be something going on for them as well, like a past connection, or even something very recent that is closing out, and it's like the energy needs to settle, the energy needs to clear before something new can begin. But the fact that he is contemplating it is he's also planning ahead and thinking about the future. So Pan, I hope you got your reading then. I just did it if you saw that Ace of Cups. If you want to go back, if you missed it, you're welcome, Janavi. You can just go back, but you might have caught it. So Anne, this is for you. Guys, if you could drop me a like, subscribe if you haven't already. But if you could drop the live a like, I would appreciate that. Like I say, if you enjoy the live and you'd like to subscribe, and then you'll be notified when I do go live again, which is regularly. I aim to go live around 3 times a week. I don't do time in Janavi because I think energies, I mean, that may be a skill that they have. Obviously, I'm not discounting it, but I don't read the tarot in that way, because I see that energies are always changing, and I don't think that free will is such a factor in timing. I do look into obviously the future, as in what can be coming towards you, but I wouldn't say 4 weeks time, 4 days time, that kind of thing. When I look into near future energies, I in my mind always feel that I kind of do a 6-month time frame. I just think there's too many factors with regards to time. Right, so Anne, this is for you. Message for Anne, please, Spirit. What is coming through for Anne? Oh, this in love. I'm sorry. What does the future hold for me in love? Oh, amazing. So we just had this card come through for Pan, but it's come through again for you. So the Ace of Cups, beautiful energy. This is so a new opportunity, an invitation, an offer, Anne. Cups is related to love, romance. It's something that is something that is it's to do with heartfelt matters of the heart even. So not to do with the material world. It's about your emotional journey, this romantic journey. And this will open up to, this has a lot of potential when we see the Ace of Cups. So it's the very beginning. It's a new beginning, new experiences that will come with this offer and opportunity. So it could be manifested, being asked out on a date, being invited somewhere that will open up this, new opportunity and new emotional pathway. Interestingly, this was on the bottom of the deck, which is the 8 of Wands, which is about fast moving energy. Okay, Wands is about passion. It's ruled by the element of fire. So I feel like when this invitation or opportunity does come in, that it will be fast moving as well. So it could move pretty quickly. This connection that I see coming through for you. So very exciting energy having those two together. Love offer, and then a not love offer that moves fast. Has passion, connects to our heart's desires, a strong attraction here. So very positive energy, very clear message as well there, Anne. You're welcome. So I'll just wait to see if anyone has any more questions. Yeah, really nice energy, Anne. You're welcome. It's a bit quieter today than normal. I am looking at going live on more regularly, and maybe in an evening time as well. I don't know if I'll let you guys know if I do and if that would work for you. It would be evening time in the UK. I don't know how that would translate to your. Obviously, there's lots of people here from all over the world, so. But obviously, I'll let you guys know, the people who join me regularly, when that will be. Hopefully that'll fit in for you guys. As well as this session, I intend to keep this time. So if you've already asked a question and you'd like to ask another one, just by all means, just go for it. Whenever it's quieter like this, yeah, just I'm happy to keep reading. Ah, what an interesting thought, Janavi. Yes. Yes, of course. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And is this in the US? Obviously, only share what you feel comfortable with. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Just the speed of it, yeah? Yeah. Mm. And do you know what would this benefit her in any way? That makes a lot of sense though, doesn't it? Maybe she doesn't think like that. Yeah, let's have a look. I'll look at his reasoning and then what's going on for her, what's in it for her. Mm. Don't you feel instinctually that, yeah, exactly that, if it was visa benefits for him? That makes, well, obviously I don't know them, but that makes a lot of sense of how this has all unfolded. But I'll remove my thoughts on this, see what the cards. Yes, exactly. Oh, makes so much sense to me. The head over the heart that we've seen throughout it all. Oh, hi, Jean. I'm glad you made it. Okay, Janavi. So, his reasons for doing it. Her reasons for doing it. Specifically about the visa. Ace of Wands. A new beginning, a new opportunity. Grasping an opportunity here, Janavi. So connected more to, I suppose, his dreams of his plans, or of, like, say, if maybe it's career. It's a new, so it is a new beginning. I mean, we know this, but with it being connected to a new situation, an opportunity about his future, okay, and his plans. Maybe this is something, I don't know if he's shared this with you in the past, if this is something that he has maybe thought about for some time, this move, you know. He's obviously must have put sort of a lot of effort and thought about it happening, and then this opportunity has arisen. He's seen it and he's took it, and he's grasped that, like grasped the nettle, grasped the opportunity. Right, okay. So it's like a long held, we see this cloud here that represents um a dream. I think she's actually, it's interesting, she's actually in it. I think, I know we've seen that she's quite a strategic person, okay? But interestingly, I think for her, because the Ten of Pentacles, well, it can be about finances. So this could be financially beneficial to her as well, from his side, maybe what he's bringing to the table. Um, but I think it's more like a tick in the boxes kind of thing of like wanting the house, the car, you know, the marriage. So I think for her that there's more, for him it's an opportunity. Yeah. Janavi. It's an opportunity which has arisen and he's just took it. Exactly. And this is about, I know that this has come up before in the past, about some kind of fear on her part about maybe worrying that she won't get married and kind of just wanting to have that boxed off to, yeah, the what other people think and that status, and that just kind of wanting to, yeah, just get that boxed off and get that done. And that's who she is kind of as a person as well. It's a second marriage, okay. So this is maybe a fear for her that maybe because she's had a marriage first time as well, that it's obviously something that she wants, but there was a fear somewhere which I pick up on, that she thinks that she might not have this chance or opportunity again. So I actually think she is in this for the long term. Whether he is up for him, it's an opportunity, but for her, this is actually something that she would she doesn't really care about the reasons, she just wants to get it done, but she does want it to make the distance as well. But again, it's not driven from a place of love, it's more the practical side of things, like we say, what others think. Finances could be a factor, financial stability. Well, she might not have the might not just be up to her, really, is what I would say. I actually, yeah, it's funny that that's come through, because I feel like she's actually quite invested in this more than him. Hi guys, to those that have joined. Jean just waking up. I don't know what time it is where you are, but if you had a nice lie-in, or maybe it's early where you are. Hey, Love Tarot, you can have a card. And Julie, Kristen, thanks all for being here. Ooh, 7 a.m, okay. Early. Love Tarot, do you have a question, or do you just want a general card? Absolutely, just pop your questions in. Like I say, if you want just a general, just a message from spirit, or if you want something specific, please put as much context as you feel happy sharing. The more context I have, the more detailed reading that you'll get. And just to remind everyone that I do energy readings, so not yes no questions. If you could drop this live a like, guys, I would really appreciate that. I'm just waiting to see if Love Tarot is still here. If not, I'll keep it moving. Thanks, Jean. So I'll move on to Judite. If Love Tarot comes back, please give me a shout. So Judite, Kristen, and then Jean. Judite, this is for you. Card for your near future. What's coming through for Judite, please? Knight of Wands. Nice energy. So this is something that's connected. So a couple of things that have come through, okay? So I'm just going to tune in, because I don't know if this is someone else's energy or if this is yours. But it's certainly when we see the wand, so this is ruled by the element of fire, Judite, okay? So this is about movement and action. And I feel like it's going to be an opportunity for you. And I don't know if you've felt some kind of stagnation. I know there's been issues around your career as well, and some blockages. And this feels like the opportunity and movement that you've been looking for. The Knight of Wands is someone who it's a card of action, but it's finally been able to move. Yeah. And I feel like it's just you that you've been very frustrated in waiting for that green light. It's like being on, like, say, on this horse, and if you imagine a horse, digging the hoof into the dirt, like just waiting to be able to charge ahead. And it's finally having that opportunity to get some progress and to actually get that movement that you desire. And I feel like that'll be such a relief for you, and you're so ready for it. When the opportunity does come, don't overthink it. Just take the opportunity, grasp it, and kind of go with it. Yeah. Um, and charge ahead. It's with the Knight of Wands. It's just like do the action and think later, which doesn't always apply, but in this situation, that's the right thing to do. It's like just get it moving, make it happen, and then the rest will fall into place after that. So this is very encouraging. So be ready when it comes. I know that you will be, because you felt very stuck. Kristen, let's have a look at your ex's current energies towards you. Absolutely. I bet you, yeah, it's like the frustration that I can feel, Judite. Absolutely. Raring to go, really. Thanks, Kristen, for confirming. Let's have a look at your ex's energy. Some pain here from them, Kristen. Heartache, heartbreak. I don't know if they've expressed this in any way, either in the past, when if the breakup happened, or if contact now, there's still hurt and pain about this situation. So in connection to you and them, Three of Swords is about that need to still work on themselves, too, that they are still healing and still recovering from this. A knife through the heart. So it's a very clear message when we see this. So, like I say, even if they have maybe been hiding this from you, it bothered them, the ending of this, how it ended, the fact that it did end, caused them heartbreak, heartache. Okay, that's what this card is all about. So there is a wound that is still there from how it went down between you and them. Even if people move on, like you say, is with someone else, nonetheless, that doesn't take away the feelings that they have about what happened between you and them. Doesn't tell me about what action they'll take, etc. But it's just there. It just gives us a snapshot and insight into how they feel about you and them, essentially. And there is definitely some heartache there. So I don't know if that offers some comfort in a way, not that they're in pain necessarily, but just that they were affected by this and still are, really. It still lingers, yeah. So Jean, this is for you. What do you need to know about Jim? Is this a love connection, Jean? Just share whatever you feel comfortable with. Or is it just insight into what's going on for them with regards to you? You're welcome, Kristen. Spirit, please bring a message through. What does Jean need to know about Jim? Friend. Okay. Six of Pentacles. This always tells me this is a card, Jean, about, so I see that you're in no contact. Thanks for sharing the context. This, it tells me that some balance needs to be restored in this situation. It can often be the six about, it's about a question to me always that comes through about give and take. So I don't know what led to obviously the no contact. So you take what resonates with this, as in if you felt like you were giving too much, or maybe they did. Some kind of imbalance in that someone in the connection felt like they were giving too much, more than what they're getting back. We see the scales here, which is about regaining balance. So maybe in this no contact place that you're in now, this is actually helping in some ways. It maybe doesn't feel it at the moment, but it's like the dust is settling, that somehow it gives you chance to both reflect as well on this. But to go back into a reconnection, if you are to get back into this friendship or can reconnect again, then this is the thing to be mindful of when thinking about the future and about moving into a more harmonious state. Okay, it's about making sure that energetically stays balanced between you. I do feel like one of you is in more, has more to offer than the other person as well, really. Maybe one of you is more in need, because can we see here, this person here is giving this person who is more in trouble, who is struggling. And that always might be a factor, but at least it's something to be aware of that whoever is giving, if that is you, Jean, to still, even if someone is very in need and is more of a needy character person, not to give more than what is okay for you, that it's still important to keep boundaried and to protect your own energy. Yeah, because it could be like a bit of a bottomless pit of need. I'm glad that makes sense. You're welcome, Jean. I just waiting to see if anyone else joins us. In the meantime, if anyone here has more, would like to drop another question, I'm more than happy to keep reading. If you can drop me a like and subscribe. I think everyone here has subscribed already, but if you're new here, yeah, absolutely, Jean. Any more messages, yeah, for you, just from Spirit? What else does Jean need to know, please? Four of Swords, this is about making sure that you take some time out and rest, Jean. So it could be that you have been very stressed about a situation, or it's about being mindful to take some time out for yourself. Even the word comes through about like a burnout or something like that. I don't know if this is what you've been through in the recent past, something that you've dealt with, maybe a tendency, if it was you again, who is, we saw in that last card about giving a lot to others around you. And this is about, again, that sort of continuation of self-preservation and rest. And that whatever your goal is, sort of moving forwards, that rest is an integral part of the success in that situation. Often we're just, everyone is so pressured to, oh, that's good. So do you feel rested from that? It's about, often the Four of Swords, when we see this, like I say, we're often told so much to do, yeah, that all the success that we want has to be action orientated. And the Four of Swords, not really feeling rested, okay. I've experienced that too, when you can have time off and like your mind can still cause you a lot of stress, cause you a lot of anxiety, or if you're someone who struggles to basically to switch off. This really, anyway, just to not, saying too much of a long-winded way, but that often just that pressure to always do and have action, and actually resting is part of that road to success with the Four of Swords, okay? So being able to find ways to switch off, to try and restore our energy. If it's meditation, Reiki, I know that came up, before. Yeah, but you did a lot during the time. So I suppose it's just Spirit's message has come through that maybe if you are someone who is very go, 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 to understand that like resting and finding ways to switch off, whatever that might look like, even if it's going for a stroll, like a gentle walk, not like hitting the gym really hard, but just like a walking meditation or actual meditation, listening to some Reiki, whatever it is, just to try and unwind. And that this is really essential to restore your energy and your battery, so that you're not just, in order to make the kind of progress that you want in life, wherever your sort of goal is and what you want to do, but also just to look after yourself. Yeah, just finding ways. It can be very hard to find ways to switch off. And to have good sleep as well, just all that kind of stuff that plays into that. Yeah, you're welcome. Maybe you could do that today. I don't know if you've got a day off. Do something relaxing, if that's possible. So has anyone got any more questions? Or I think that might be it for everyone. Just any final questions before I go? I will be back on Monday. If any of you guys, you go back to work Tuesday. Sure, Janavi, yeah. So guys, look out for me on Monday. You're welcome, Jean. Hope to catch you again soon. Okay. Sure, I understand what you mean. Message from Spirit. Oh, why it happened, okay. Message from Spirit, please, for Janavi. Why did it happen this way? 2 cards here. I keep being continues to be drawn to the bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands. This is his energy, okay, Akshay Janavi. Feeling like burnt out by his situation, really kind of fed up on a level which maybe is connected to a situation about the green card that we saw, his frustrations, feeling very like done with his situation. And I suppose this was maybe a final chance, a final opportunity, one last battle, one last push. So it's interesting that it's wands as well. So an opportunity came towards him and he took it because he was feeling very battle worn, battle weary. Now, interestingly, we've got the King of Cups here, which is about King of Cups is someone, interestingly, who is emotionally led, Janavi. Someone who, and I feel like this is like his natural nature. Someone who actually feels quite deeply. Someone who maybe has a tendency to be overwhelmed by his emotions. And I feel almost like that he got sick of following his heart, and felt in some ways that that hadn't got him in life where he wanted to be. Maybe he kind of resents somewhere his nature of being like that, of being someone who feels deeply and has followed his heart in the past and somehow feels burnt by that. So, why this happened was that because he felt burnt out and went against almost his nature. I mean, this can happen to a lot of sensitive people, or people who feel things differently, because it's a struggle out there, and we see people who seem maybe less emotional, and they're the ones that are viewed as being successful. That's really kind of a line, an illusion, but I feel like that was the point that he was driven to, and he kind of made the decision that following his heart wasn't going to get him anywhere. So he said, and I've tried this, and this, and nothing seems to have worked or got me where I wanted to be. So this is my last try, my last ditch effort. I'm going to do something different. And I suppose go against that, his nature, go against his heart, because he felt very worn out. So that really dictated his actions, I believe. Hope that makes sense, Janavi. Hi guys, to everyone who's joining. Yes, Jean. Yeah, absolutely. So Aqua, hi. I would like to know, why isn't Maddie taking action? You're welcome, Janavi. Let's have a look at Maddie's energy. Why isn't she taking action? She's in some kind of emotional pain, Aqua. Heartache, heartbreak. I don't know if you're aware of this. It could be something that she's hiding from you, that she hasn't shared with you, but it's something from the past that is still very much influencing her current actions, okay? So because of past wounds, past hurts, can we see like a real betrayal of some sort here when we see the Three of Swords? A knife, as we can see, a knife through the heart, yeah? That this is heartache, heartbreak, that still very much, even if the situation is over, you know, a past, if we're talking about love here, Aqua, but it can apply to any situation. It's about being hurt, being burned, yeah, in a situation, in a connection. This has made her very reticent, very wary of going forward, and just really self-preservation, not wanting to get hurt again. So, very clear message that has come through there. It's an old pain and old hurt that is still affecting her current actions. Hey, warrior. So, highlight, this is for you. So, when Baha and Al Reza have visitation, so no contact, do you mean when will they connect with you? I think. I'm not sure about that question. So, I'm an energy reader, so I don't do timelines or kind of yes no questions. If I can do an energy check-in, if that's like one person or two people, I don't know. Like, if you just want to clarify. I'm coming off relatively soon at 12:30, guys. So, but if you want to get your final questions in, Warrior, if you want to pop your question in. Oh, I'm glad that makes sense. Confirmation, Aqua. Yeah. Sorry, I was saying she, wasn't I? Maddie in the UK is generally a female name. But yeah, definitely that heartache, that some betrayal that happened, still influencing them heavily. Sure thing, Jean. Yeah. So, guys, like I say, I'm coming off at 12:30. So, any questions? Are you a Baha? Okay. Right, guys. Thanks for the questions there. I'll just, Kristen, just, you don't have to clarify, Jean. It wasn't that. It was just because I'd made a mistake with Aqua there. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Oh God, no. Okay, thanks for clarifying. Like, one who's popped your questions in now, I'll no more questions. And then that's the final questions that I'll take. I'm back on Monday, guys, as well, just so you know. Kristen, could you just clarify one card for your mom, which you love? If you just context with that, I don't know. But just while I crack on, I will. So, Light, this is for you. I'm in the UK, Warrior. Yeah. So I'll let everyone know. I'll do like schedule post of when my next live is, the time, but it's normally around 11:30 p.m. And I am planning to do some start doing some evening readings as well. Oh, were you from the UK, Warrior? But you've okay, thanks, Kristen. That's great. Okay, so light, this is for you. So we're looking at Alreza, sorry about my pronunciation. Your ex, let's have a look at what's going on for them right now in regards to your connection. So light, this is for you. Oh, that's jumped out. Let's take that. So in a state, Seven of Pentacles of contemplation still. So we don't see any movement, but they're currently assessing. Basically, when we see this Seven of Pentacles, this person here is looking, we can see them looking at the past, essentially, about what they've the situation between you and them, about what worked, what didn't, and really kind of weigh their options and their next move. Okay, like, so they are thinking about this, it is on their mind, but they haven't come to a decision yet. Sevens are about choices and decisions, and this is really about contemplation and kind of getting it right in their head first, about maybe if this is something that they want to return to, if this is something that they want to revisit. So this is all kind of what happened between you and them, this represents. Um, and they're seeing, like I say, what kind of worked and what didn't, and then this is gonna, once they kind of arrive at a decision, um, that this is gonna inform their next move. But at the minute, the energy is still, because they're deep in the thought process, still really light, okay? So just will require some more time. Pentacles is about patience, it's ruled by the element of earth. It can be of comfort to know, if you're wanting reconciliation, it can be a comfort to know that you are on their mind and they are actually thinking about this seriously. It's not something that they take lightly, yeah. But they're just needing some time and space to come to a decision. So, Kristen, this is for you. So, Warrior, you're in Australia. I lived in London for 5 years. I moved to the state. Oh, wow. Okay. London's just crazy expensive now. I feel like the UK is. I mean, lots of places are struggling, but the UK is in a great, not in a great place, in my opinion. And the weather doesn't help. Mhm. But yeah, in London now, like, crazy how rich you have to be to have any kind of life, really. So, Kristen, this is for you. Let's have a look at your mum. She's needing somewhere to live. She's with me now, which is great, but she wants her own home, okay? Oof. Nine of Swords. So this is her, the anxious, the worry that she's experiencing, if it's keeping her up at night as well. I mean, this could be, but this is her energy, definitely. It's a card of comfort with this, Kristen, in that it will work out. This is like thinking worst case scenario of maybe where she finds herself going in her headspace, okay? Um, and I think this is obviously, understandably, the situation causing her a lot of anxiety and stress. The Empress, I'm always, at the minute, I'm drawn to the bottom of the deck. The Empress, we see this is about her having more faith in herself, I think. This is about embodying, it's the divine feminine energy, so it's about allowing things really to unfold in their own time, which is obviously difficult when it's a stressful situation. Finances improving with the Ten of Pentacles there at the bottom of the deck, if that's been a stress and worry and a part of it. But the Empress is about allowing this divine, feminine energy to unfold because it's about nature, it's about nurturing a situation, maybe embracing as well this time that you've got together as well, if that's something that is healing and the positivity of that element even coming through. But the main message being that her worries and fears of whatever she's going through in her mind will be unfounded, so that worst case scenario maybe that she keeps going to, um is not how this is gonna play out, okay? So that is the card of comfort, and I suppose all that we can do is try to manage the anxieties in whatever way that she does, whatever coping mechanisms that she has of how she does that, to lean into that. If that's sharing it with you, you know, if you can be that voice of reason or meditation or some way to try and keep it on top of these anxious thoughts and keep her up at night, and the Empress is a card of comfort. Yeah, capable, exactly. I know it can be as we get older, and it can be scary because you lose your it feels like you're losing that ability of maybe when you're younger and one feels tougher and stronger and that you can handle anything that life throws at you. I mean, she's got you, but this Empress is her energy, she still is. Yeah, lose your independence, exactly. But, I mean, she's lucky that she's got you, you've got her back, but also the Empress, that's about her strength. Exactly, still capable, and that's still within her. But there's a lot of fear, which is very understandable. Um, it's about getting back in touch with her power, her personal power. Maybe you're part of that journey, Kristen, in helping her connect to that into her inner self. Okay, warrior. Let's have a look at you. This would be the last card that I'll do. I used to be a badass lawyer while yeah, getting older and then, illness as well. That can be not that that's but I've experienced that where being ill and it can make you feel so, powerless, needing to depend on someone exactly. And, the elders aren't really respected in, our culture, are they? No one really looks after them. People forget about our elders. Raised 4 kids, yeah, husband died, and now what's left? Oh, yeah. Something very close to my heart, Kristen, that I can relate to with that situation. Yeah, what's gonna happen to us all? There's no services now if you really are alone, if you've got family to help you, that's what you need, someone to help support you and fight for you. But the fact that there's no community anymore to help look after elders or people who are unwell, it's about finding a purpose, I think, still as well. Yeah, exactly, they hold our history. They're the people that we need to listen to. 100%. Okay, Gloria, thanks for your patience. I'm trying to find your question. Okay, so there's 2 males and 1 female that have to choose who to trust more. Let's have a look who comes through. So you're not sure who to trust, warrior, as I understand this. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Mm. Ace of Wands. So warrior, this is about, I'm just going to follow this train of thought and see where it leads me, okay? Because the Ace of Wands is about taking an opportunity, okay? So this is about grasping an opportunity that does have potential. So the Ace of Wands, this is ruled by the element of fire, okay? And this feels like it's connected to maybe a long held dream that you've had, something that you is connected to these people, okay? Keep getting that card, okay? So one thing, it's about kind of just going for it and not getting and taking action and not getting too caught up in your head about it. It's almost like you can worry about how things unfold maybe further down the line. It's not as, but taking the action is what's the important thing. Grasping the nettle, obviously grasping the wand here. Because this opportunity, so I don't know if you've been, obviously just share what you feel comfortable with, but obviously connected to these 3 people, if the opportunity is connected to them. There's a fear about trust here, but I feel like the message is it's about taking action and making movement. You're usually really confident. Okay. Is this to do with work or is it love? Just so I've got some context. The Magician, this is about, look, see how this is you holding the wand again. It's about trauma. So this is you, okay? This is you holding that wand here. And like you say, with it, you used to be really confident. This is the Magician, this is the Major Arcana. You have all the tools, all the skills laid out before you, okay? You've got that, whatever area that you would look at, if this is work related, if this is romance, okay? Trauma from your late husband, yeah, I know we spoke about that last time. Of course, that would knock your confidence, and I suppose this is a reminder from spirit that you still have all that within you, and it's about tapping back into that, which obviously will take time and will take situations to unfold to sort of remind you who you are. But this is a reminder from spirit, I suppose, this time. I feel like really it's about, even if you know you if whoever these people are that you've got this fear about trust, I feel it's like that you have got, there we've got the intuition, the high priestess. Your intuition will guide you. You need to trust your intuition, which is already telling you, actually already has the answers that you need to know. But also, even if someone does, maybe you take that first step, you take this action, you grasp the nettle, and it doesn't work out, then that's okay. You're strong enough to actually survive that and to move on, and it will move you forward nonetheless. Have you heard of that saying where we fail forward? So even if something doesn't work out, there is still something that's been learnt from that, something that's been gained from that, and that you are strong enough because you are the magician. So you have the power to bring your desires and dreams into the 3D and manifest them. I don't know if you actually do practice manifestation as well, but that could be something additional to sort of tap into and give you support. But it really does feel like the spirit is saying, try to push out that self-doubt that's getting the better of you and keeping you stuck in a place that you don't want to be. You want to move forward, and what's the most important at the moment when we see the Ace of Wands is just to take some action, so just to take that first step, say yes to something, say yes to an opportunity, you know, say yes to an invitation. You've got this powerful intuition that you still possess, and you are a powerful manifester who has got lots of tools within her, something that you've learned through life, and you're getting back in touch with your strength, really. The end of a 25-year cycle. Oh, Capricorn. So I feel like, yeah, that the spirit from message, rather than kind of who should I getting caught up in the weeds of who I should trust and who shouldn't I, your intuition will tell you, but it's about the most important thing is action, is just taking that step and saying yes in some way, however that manifests in this situation, yeah. Right, guys, thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Like I say, I'll be going live again on Monday, so if you're free then, I hope to catch you again then. Yes, trust in yourself, worry, exactly. It's all still there within you, and like, you know, even if we make mistakes, we'll recover. We're strong enough to recover. You're welcome, Jean. Um, yeah, so love and light to you all, wishing you all the best day, and hope we'll catch you soon. Wasn't exhausting, not at all. It's energizing for me, actually, so I love to connect with you all. Okay, take care, guys. Love and light.